Hello lovelies and welcome back to another video. Today's video is a slit throat look for Halloween. So if you would like to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. So just with a brush, I am just applying some PVA glue because I didn't have any liquid latex, but I find that it works just the same. I'm just applying a thin layer of this on my neck, but any area that you want to create the slit would be fine. And then I'm just placing some tissue paper over the top and then going back over with some more PVA glue. And then just with a hairdryer, just drying this off, and then after this is dry, we're going to go back in with a second layer. So just repeat the first step that you've already done. So just PVA glue and then another layer of tissue. I found that tearing the tissue up and placing small pieces of it works a lot better and it sticks a lot easier. So that's just what I'm doing here. So once you have got the tissue in the places that you would like, just go over it again with some PVA glue. You can use liquid latex, and you probably are meant to use liquid latex, but I couldn't find any in my shop, so I'm just improvising and using PVA glue, and it's worked pretty much the same as liquid latex would, and it's half the price. And then I'm just going back in with my hairdryer and making sure that it's all dry before I start trying to cut it and make the slit. So as you can see here, I started trying to make the slit and then realised that it was still wet, so it wasn't cutting properly. So I'm just going back in with the hairdryer and making sure that it's all dry before you start cutting, and then finally we are just cutting the slit. I nearly cut my throat with the actual scissors, so I'm going in with I'm not quite sure what you call them. They're just like the little things that you use to when you do your nails. So I'm just going in with something like that. You could probably use like a pencil or something that's not as sharp as scissors, just to kind of pop in, and then it helps the scissors make the cut. And then although you want it to be as jagged as possible, I am just cutting off any like excess of the cut that we've created, just to kind of open it up a bit so that you can see what's inside it. And then just going in with some foundation, whatever matches your skin tone. I'm just using the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and we're just placing this all over the cut and even in where we've created the slit, just to kind of act as a base, so that it looks as natural as possible. It looks like we have the cut rather than we've created a cut. So once that foundation is on, we are just going to go in with some bronzer. So whatever bronzer you usually use, we're just placing this all over, and it just helps create like a bit of a mucky effect. So obviously cuts and slits are never going to be in good condition. So we're just trying to really make it as realistic as possible. And then just in the place that we have created the slit, I'm just using like a brown eyeshadow, and then I'm also going in with like a reddy toned eyeshadow as well, and that's just going in the slit. So you can really play about with this. You can make it as deep as you like, but I am just going in with some more of the ready coloured eyeshadow just to kind of make it look like we've got a bit of depth. And then just with the excess what was on the eyeshadow brush, we're just going above and underneath the slit that we've created just to kind of make it look as realistic as possible. So I'm now taking just some black cream makeup and I'm just placing this in the slit that we've created, and then I'm going in again with the red, and it's just kind of, I wanted it to be like a mixture of the two colours, so I didn't want it to be a bright red because I personally think that that looks a bit unrealistic, so I'm just using the black and the red to try and make it as realistic as possible. So I'm just taking the black blood and red blood and I'm going to mix them both together and then just start applying this all over the wound. And you can really get creative with this. You can, you know, put as much or as little on as you like. And I found that the spray bottles are a lot easier to apply it with, and it gives you kind of, if you place it on your neck, it drips down, and it just looks more realistic. So this is just the finished slit throat look. I really hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you later. Bye bye.